Hey everyone, it's Lisa from the blog farmhouseonboone.com, and today I want to share with you some things I've been doing to prepare for baby number 6 and my newborn baby essentials. So when I was pregnant, about this same far along, 34-ish weeks, with Micah, I shared a minimalist baby essentials video. And I have had a lot of requests to do this video again for baby number 6. So a few things have changed, but for the most part, it's pretty much gonna be the same list as before. So I just want to share with you some of the things that I've purchased and a few things that I've learned as far as what you actually need for a baby over these past 10 years, 11 coming up soon here when I have my first, and almost 6 children. So first of all, I will say that I am kind of minimalist in my approach to newborn essentials. I don't use a ton. So I just have found that there are certain things that when you're in a pinch and you actually need to use them, you don't find yourself even going to get all the time, and they don't necessarily, in my opinion, make life much easier. But I know this list will be different for everyone based on your lifestyle and your needs. And so this is just my list. There might be things that you totally still need to grab, but these are the things that I find really useful. So first up is going to be a baby wrap. I use these so much. They're the reason why babies from about 0 to 3 months are so easy to me. Without a baby wrap, I really am not even sure how people get things done. I like to say that I basically stay pregnant for an additional 3 months. So the baby stays in the wrap pretty much all day long and then at night in my bed. And it just makes it so easy because all that baby wants, at least every baby I've ever met, all 5 of mine, and all of my sisters, want to be held non-stop for the first 3 months. They don't like to be put down. I know I always hear new moms say, my baby's so needy, all they want to do is be held. I'm like, that's literally all babies. I've never met one that isn't like that. If you have, let me know in the comments below. Those are definitely unique children. It seems to me that all newborns just want to be held around the clock, and if you don't fight that and you kind of just accept it, it actually makes life really easy. They want to nurse constantly and be held constantly. So if they're in the Moby wrap, and then for me, this is again my personal choice. I don't want to tell anybody else to do it. In my bed at night, we're good to go, and mama doesn't lose much sleep, and I'm able to get things done. So for Eli and Jude, I just had the Moby wrap. For Micah, I had the Solly baby wrap. I will say that there are pros and cons to both. With the Moby wrap, it's a little bit heavier, so like for babies through the winter, it's really perfect. So I'm having this one in October, and I just invested in another Moby wrap because I like to have 2 because it's used so much that it's in and out of the wash. I never want to sacrifice the one in the wash for the one I'm wearing. So anyways, I grabbed another Moby wrap because this baby's being born in October. One thing that I ended up finding out with the Solly baby wrap is because I made that video when Micah was a newborn, is it's awesome for newborns. It's so lightweight. It feels like you're just wearing a shirt. But as the baby gets a little bit older, it doesn't hold up as well because of it being so lightweight. So I'm going back to my old standby, the Moby. I just grabbed another one. I just grabbed this navy blue Moby wrap. I also have a brown one that I've had for many years. I bought it secondhand. I ended up giving the Solly baby to a friend of mine who just had a newborn, and I'm gonna stick with the 2 Mobies. I thought about doing a video on here where I buy a bunch of different wraps and kind of test them out just as a way to educate people on the pros and cons of each, because I've only tried 2. They've been awesome for me. But I also want to try the boba because my sisters tried the boba, and it is kind of a mid-weight, somewhere between the Solly and between the Moby. And so that is something that I might come on here and do at some point, is order several and just kind of share the pros and cons of all. All right, the next essential is muslin swaddle blankets. I have leftover from my shop before I closed it. I was making some personalized gauze blankets for people. So much fabric. So I have mostly peach left, so I'm gonna make up probably 2 or 3 new ones just in case the baby's a girl, because I want peach swaddle blankets if the baby is a girl. But I also have several left over from Micah. I came on here and did a tutorial, and I had made some navy blue, teal, and white. So it's so easy to make swaddle blankets. You just buy gauze fabric and hem it around the outsides, and that is what I've used. I love muslin. Even if you don't sew, I'll link some pretty inexpensive ones on Amazon in the description below. They are lightweight. They almost have a little bit of a stretch to them. So if they're pulled kind of on the bias, they stretch. And so they're really, really great for swaddling. I swaddle at night until baby is probably like 1. I love swaddling. Now, of course, later when they're a little bit older, I pull the arms out, but they love that tight feeling. I don't find the need for any of the Velcro ones or the zip up ones. To me, you can get a large muslin blanket really tight. I like to have several of them on hand because I also just keep them around for spit rags, nursing cover-ups, car seat covers. They're just good for all kinds of things, just cleaning up little things. They're lightweight, so they dry easily. Anyways, I'm gonna make up some more of these and then pull out some that I had for Micah. Speaking of nursing covers, I forgot to mention this in my minimalist baby essentials video with Micah, but I love these basic nursing covers that have the little piece at the top where you can see down and have the strap. I made this one. I've been making these for years. I made them whenever I was pregnant with, I think, even my first. And I had nursing covers for all my kids. I always brought them as baby shower gifts because although I totally agree breastfeeding is natural, people should probably just get over the fact that people are nursing in public. That all is true. I agree with that. However, no matter what, there are still always those people who are very uncomfortable with it. So to me, it's not a super inconvenience just to throw this on. They're way lightweight, and so baby doesn't really feel, hot. And I just love having these in my diaper bag at all times. My sister constantly used them for her kids too. They're nice, and they have the adjustable strap. There is a tutorial coming here on the YouTube channel. I believe it'll be after this video. So stay tuned for that, where I'm showing you how to make these. They're so easy, even if you're new to sewing, but I'll also link one in the description below. They're very inexpensive. You could just buy one as well. Nursing cover is definitely one of my essentials. Okay, along with the nursing cover, other nursing supplies. With Micah, I did get the insurance provided pump. With all my other kids, I never used a pump, and I honestly hardly ever used it with Micah. I just thought, oh, well, I guess if I ever want to go out without the baby, I could use this. I hate pumping so much, so I pretty much never do it. And then of course my kids won't take bottles because of that. So I'm not going to be buying any bottles with this one. It'll be a very rare instance that I would ever need to leave the baby for more than a few hours. Usually what I do is I just kind of keep them with me for at least 6 months, no matter where I go. And then whenever they start doing a little bit longer stretches between nursing, around 6 months, that's when I would leave them for a few hours. So as far as nursing supplies, all I really need is the nursing cover and nursing pads. I just use some bamboo ones. You could also make them with the exact same supplies I did the cloth diaper inserts with, just a couple layers of bamboo, and you'll be good to go. Or the disposable ones are great too. This will vary depending on your body and how it regulates. I do have some leaking, and so they are a necessary thing unless I want to bring extra shirts wherever I go. I also don't use a boppy pillow or nursing bras. Now, this is just my personal preference. I know some people swear by those. For me, my bra comes down just fine for nursing without having to unhook it. Now with, I think, Ruthie, my first, I went out and bought a nursing bra because I thought that's what you needed. And I found it more inconvenient to constantly click that thing in and unstrap it. Now this also could totally depend on size. So you might find that you need it. I'm smaller chested, and so my regular bras, even a sports bra, just pulls down just fine. So I won't be having any nursing bras, any boppy pillow. Those are just not things that I personally need. All right, next up is cloth diapers. Now I did show how to make your own inserts, but basically I just like the system where there's a waterproof cover and some kind of insert, whether you make it or buy it. To me, these are the most leak-proof and easy diapers to deal with. I have a couple of different systems. I'll link them in the description below. I also have another video all about this topic of cloth diapers. Now with Micah, I just thought it would be fun to purchase some newborn covers as well, because with all my other kids, I just had the one size that works from about 8-ish pounds and up. Well, Micah ended up being, I believe, 8'11", so 8.5 plus pounds, closer to 9, I guess. And these just were worthless, to be honest with you. I wouldn't purchase the newborn covers again. They're so tiny. I think unless you're having a 6-pound baby, these are pretty much unnecessary. And probably what I would do going back is just buy 1 pack of newborn diapers. So I did that this time. I got on the other day, they're already open because I just had to show the kids. They thought it was so adorable how these are so tiny. But I went on, I think whenever I was placing my Thrive Market order, and ordered some 7th generation free and clear diapers. Just because I'm like, if the baby is really tiny, I'll just use these to get through the first few days and then go to my one size cloth diapers. It's easier anyway, especially when you're recovering from a birth, whether it be home or hospital, just to have 1 pack of newborn size diapers on hand. And honestly, I would probably just skip the newborn cloth diapers. That was the first time I bought them and I didn't really use them at all. So if you're having the baby in the hospital, they will have diapers for you. So you might not even need to buy newborn diapers. But again, if your baby's only like 6 pounds, it'll probably take about 6 weeks for them to fit into the one size diapers, but you can always make it work. It's hard to know what size baby you're gonna have. My last 3 were all over 8.5 pounds, so I'm really not anticipating needing these newborn diapers. You're going to want a diaper pail. I have one that has an insert. I talked more about this on my cloth diaper video, but it is great if you're gonna be cloth diapering. That's gonna be an essential for you as well. Along the diapering thing, I also just have some fragrance-free wipes. Now we have these all the time because we have kids and Micah's still in diapers. There have been phases in my life where I've used exclusively cloth wipes, but I am not currently in that phase whatsoever. Life is too busy. So these fragrance-free wipes, just any kind, honestly, is what I buy. All right, moving on to clothing. With Micah, I had shared on here some Burt's Bee neutral organic sleepers. I plan to order some that are more neutral colors, the zipper footy sleepers in gray and white. But when I went to Target yesterday, all they had was girl ones and boy ones. There weren't any gender neutral sleepers. I mean, obviously babies can wear whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But, you know, if you take them out in public in this, everybody's gonna be asking what's her name, even if it's a boy. So what I decided to do was just grab one of each. They are both newborn sleepers. And then this will be what I'll have on hand for when the baby's born. They're both the Burt's Bees baby organic sleepers. And then I'm gonna go on Amazon and buy the ones I did for Micah, all in 0 to 3 months. I like footy zipper sleepers because I don't like socks. Any of you experienced moms know socks don't stay on. So zipper footy sleepers are the only thing my baby's gonna wear for 6 months. I did buy each of these in newborn, but I'm gonna buy all the rest of the gender neutral ones in 0 to 3 because all of my, well, at least my last 3 babies didn't even wear newborn. They went straight to 0 to 3. So I'll link the ones below that I'm gonna be buying. For now, 2 footy zipper sleepers, 1 girl, 1 boy. I grabbed some organic newborn onesies. This is pretty much their wardrobe. One of these and one of these, and they're good to go. Other essentials, car seat, obviously. I used the same one for the last couple boys, and then I had to replace it with Micah because they expire. So I'll be using that exact same one with the next baby because I don't believe it's expired. I need to check that. But you don't want to use an expired car seat, or at least I have heard that if you get in an accident with an expired car seat, that the insurance company could deny any claims. I don't know if that's true at all. I did not want to take a risk, so I did update it even though I felt like it was silly that a car seat expires. So anyways, I'll link the one below that I have. As far as a crib goes, I have a crib that I've had for my last couple babies. I might end up replacing it because I have my eye on one that's really cute. It's kind of more of a vintage style, but I won't be worrying about that for a while because the baby will sleep with me for at least 6 months. We'll see how it goes. Some of mine sleep with me a little bit longer. 6 months is kind of where I've started to think about getting them out of my bed, depending on their personality and if they're too wiggly at night. It's mostly about what gets me the most sleep, to be honest with you, and co-sleeping works really well, at least for a while, until it doesn't, and then we transition to something else. So for sleeping, a crib, I use the Burt's Bees organic crib sheets and then the muslin swaddle blankets. So that's pretty much it. And even whenever I'm co-sleeping, I do put them in the muslin swaddle blanket because I don't want to pull up blankets over their face. You know, it's safe co-sleeping practice not to have big comforters, to make sure to have a firm mattress. And so I follow all of those typical rules and use the swaddle blankets to keep them warm. I like to have several spit rags on hand at night. Now, usually I just pull out some of the muslin swaddle blankets, but I'm thinking about making some of these in a smaller size just to be spit rags. I like to keep those in my nightstand drawer at night because I don't wear a bra to bed, and whenever you're nursing on one side, the other side leaks. And so I just, while I'm nursing overnight, constantly have spit rags to keep my bed from getting soaked. Another key essential to have if you are going to be doing co-sleeping is a waterproof mattress protector for your bed. So if you're cloth diapering and you're nursing all night, you're going to probably have a few leakage issues just because I don't like to change babies' diapers in the middle of the night. I did that with my first, then I kind of realized you don't really have to. Breastfed babies never get diaper rashes, at least in my experience, until they start eating food, they don't get any. And so I don't worry about changing them because we're cuddled up. I'm not gonna get out of bed to change the diaper. So there's leakage, there's breast milk leakage. Having that mattress pad is really helpful to protect your mattress. One thing I'm gonna buy that I didn't mention in the last video, but I totally am going to this time, is a double stroller. I'm doing a little bit of research to figure out which one I'm gonna buy. Leave me in the comments if you have a suggestion. But we're gonna have 2 under 2 this time, with Micah and this baby being closer than my other babies were together. And so I'm definitely thinking that a double stroller at all times would be really nice, because right now, every time we go anywhere, we want to have him in a stroller. And so the baby's due in like 6 weeks. So I'm pretty sure we're going to want them for both. Now, for a while, the baby will be in my Moby wrap when we go places, but I'm just anticipating at like 6 months, Micah won't even be 2.5. The baby will be 6 months, and a double stroller will be really nice. Another thing I didn't mention with Micah because I didn't know about it, and I happened to see one on Marketplace and just bought it, is the Mamaroo swing. So this is funny because I came on YouTube, shared my minimalist baby essentials, said I never have any swings. And the truth is I never did have any swings. I've never used them. But I saw it and decided to try it, and oh my word, I see now why people have swings. So Micah was the first kid since Ruth that I was able to put down, like even for a minute throughout the day, like just when you want to do something really quick, like take a shower. And that thing is awesome. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's basically like this egg-shaped swing, and it goes like in a rocking side-to-side motion. It's the best. I've heard on reviews that some people's kids don't like it, some do. Personally, I'm just gonna go with this baby being like Micah, and I'm gonna pick one up. Now, you guys know me, I do not like to store things, especially when we were moving, so I just sold it again on Marketplace. Recently, I saw one pop up in my area, so I'll probably go buy that. I don't really see why you'd have to buy them new. They're very expensive. I will link it below if you want to, but I recommend checking your local Craigslist or Marketplace because people do just use them for a little while and then get rid of them, and they're oftentimes in good enough condition. So anyways, that's something I didn't mention with Micah, but I ended up loving it. It was just so awesome. Whenever I needed to take him out of the Moby wrap for a minute, there was a place to put him. And what I would do is swaddle his top half with the muslin swaddle blanket and then strap him in on the bottom. So he felt really tight, but then he was still strapped in because they definitely can wiggle themselves down and you don't want to do that. But I'm gonna add that to this essentials list because I'm definitely getting one again. Another thing I forgot to mention with Micah, I don't remember if I was even using him at the time, but as we add more kids, it's becoming more necessary, is a noisemaker. I just have a cheap one from Amazon, But I like this at night, especially because we haven't put Micah's bedroom door back on. Whenever kids are running up and down the stairs, I just have a white noise maker going. This isn't something I really need for a newborn, but eventually for the baby, it is something that I do end up seeing as an essential. Now, another essential is, of course, a diaper bag. I had, when Micah was a baby at some point, I don't know, maybe he was like 6 months, this company, Ryla, sent me their Ryla pack. And I've been loving it. It has lots of pockets, so it has like a spot there. There's all my Sunday school stuff. If you're an organized person, it has several pockets throughout. It comes labeled with what it all is supposed to go in each pocket. This works really great. I like that it's a backpack because I have full hands at all times and I can just wear this on my back. All right, now I anticipated a few questions and wrote them down. If you have more questions, leave them in the comments. I might end up making another video like this, or maybe one of my vlogs, I'll just address them. What do I do about baby dinnerware? I don't have plastic forks and spoons and all of that. At this point in my life, we just give the baby what we're eating. I usually, when they're really little, if they're not feeding themselves yet, I might just give them a few bites. Then I just start putting things on their high chair and let them pick at it. And then Micah, at this point, we'll just give him one of our like Corelle tempered glass dishes that don't break very easily and a regular spoon or fork. So I never have used baby dinnerware. Well, maybe I did with Ruth because she's my first, but since then I haven't. As far as baby food, I get asked about that a lot. Again, I don't really do it. I kind of just do that baby-led weaning where when they start kind of asking for bites of things, I give it to them, but I don't force it. It's not a big deal. My sister, one of her kids, pretty much nursed exclusively for 12 months. He did not want food at all. She didn't worry about it. I think even a little bit after 12 months. In fact, I think he's kind of still doing that now at like 18 months. He's big, roly-poly kid. And so there's nothing wrong with that. And so I don't worry remotely about it. Food's just like an extra fun thing if they want it kind of thing. I already kind of addressed nursing pillow, nursing bra, just not something that I need. Laundry detergent, I get this question a lot. What do I use? I just use a free and clear laundry detergent or a homemade laundry detergent. I don't wash baby's clothes separately. As long as we're all staying away from the ultra Tide fragrance stuff, we're good to go. Baby's clothes can just be washed with ours. Why no socks? Sleepers only because socks fall off. Socks are just gonna be a pain in the butt. So only sleepers for me, no socks or any outfits that require socks. And then nothing for bath time until baby's old enough to sit up. I just bathe with them. So I'll just bring them in and kind of nurse them and then just kind of clean with a soft rag while I'm holding them in the bathtub. Think for Ruthie. Somebody got her some kind of bath at her baby shower and I thought I had to have it. You don't. It just will get moldy sitting in your tub. It's unnecessary. Just bring that baby in. They don't even have to be bathed near as often as people think. I don't use baby soap, just some water. If they're feeling exceptionally dirty, maybe some all-natural goat milk soap or something like that. It's just bath supplies for babies, even baby towels, all that stuff. I don't need it. I can just wrap them up in our towel and bathe them with me. So that's not something I use at all. I think I covered everything from sleeping to diapering to traveling. I will leave a comprehensive list in the description below because I know I kind of jumped around a little bit with the categories so that you can see exactly what it is that I've bought and prepared for this baby. This is it. This is all I'm gonna get. I feel ready at this point. Definitely gonna need to order a few of the gray and white sleepers in 0 to 3 months because obviously this is only one outfit depending on if it's a girl or boy. But that's it. Let me know in the comments below what you also think is a baby essential. I love to hear what works for other people. This is just what works for me. All right, well, if you're brand new to my channel, thank you so much for watching. I hope you hit that subscribe button. I make 2 new videos every week on food from scratch, natural living, and a handmade home. Thank you so much for stopping by the farmhouse.